I am really excited, and I didn't come here for the spotlight. I didn't come here to have more eyes. I came here to win, and I really do think that with the group that we have, that we are going to win. We are going to get a championship sooner.
When veteran Sophie Cunningham sits down for her first interview with the Indiana Fever, she says something that has Fever fans cheering and Caitlin Clark detractors scrambling. I think we're going to win a championship. Her new jersey is already sold out worldwide.
I just kind of heard what they were doing, and of course you have Caitlin, who's drawn eyes from all around the world. That is like, why would I not? Why not be part of something great? You go from Diana, and now you're going to a team who is going to be a contender for a championship. And so I'm stoked about this year. I'm really excited for players, but I'm also excited just for the community and the relationship and the culture that you guys have.
This is not just another roster addition. Rather, it is a statement. The same Indiana Fever that Cheryl said no one wanted to play for the seminal lineup that includes Clark and Leah Boston, Lexi Hull, Natasha Howard, Diana Bonner, Sydney Carlson, and Cunningham, the enforcer. This interview reveals exactly how she intends to help quiet the controversy surrounding the WNBA's most watched team. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Peeps. Cheryl Swoops has been missing. Cheryl Swoops is MIA. They got a APB out for Cheryl Swoops. If you see Cheryl Swoops, she did a lot of talking a few months ago about the Indiana Fever, the locker room environment, how people didn't want to play there, how people wanted to leave.
Remember when Cheryl Swoops boldly claimed nobody wants to play with Caitlin Clark? Well, that narrative just got shattered into a million pieces. Swoops stood before the basketball world and declared with absolute certainty that stars would be running away from Indiana. Like it was on fire, nobody wants to play with Caitlin Clark, she proclaimed, as if she had personally pulled every player in the league. It was a statement that echoed through social media, sports talk shows, and became the rallying cry for the anti-Clark crowd.
It's going to be a phenomenal group. I'm excited for all the other pieces that came in this offseason with me, and so when I really see what I can do here, I'm confident in that, but I really am just excited for the big picture of what everyone brings to this team.
However, this is where the reality sets in. While Swoops was busy making these claims, the Indiana Fever front office was quietly putting together what could be one of the most impressive off-season rosters in recent memory. They didn't just add one veteran star. They brought in an entire constellation of them, all with significant playoff experience. Natasha Howard, a multi-time champion with defensive prowess few can match. Diana Bonner, who brought her scoring touch. Leadership Sydney Carlson, with added depth. Cunningham's enthusiasm was palpable as she explained exactly why she chose Indiana in her first interview with the Fever. This wasn't someone who had been forced to join a team against her will. This wasn't someone who was dreading the prospect of playing alongside the phenom that is Caitlin Clark. Instead, Cunningham's excitement was radiating through the screen.
I played in emotion offense my whole life outside of kind of Phoenix. You know, it was more one-on-one and let people do their thing, and if you're open, you're open. Where I'm more, I like
the style of play particularly excited her, perfectly aligning with her strengths. As a player, she didn't hesitate or equivocate. She embraced everything about her new team, including the opportunity to play alongside Clark. For anyone paying attention, this was the most direct contradiction possible to Swoops' claims.
Dribble and kick, you know what I mean? And so when you see Caitlin, when you see Aaliyah Boston, she's a great passer. Kelsey Mitchell's a great passer. That if you move and you make the great cut, you're going to get the ball. And I think that just helps everybody free up. And so I like to run. I kind of get the name Forrest Gump sometimes. And I'm like, hey, if you guys can call me, that's fine. I'll put you down the court every time. But I really am just excited for the style.
Cunningham's jersey sold out almost immediately after her arrival was announced, which makes this even more remarkable. This is evidence that not only do players want to join the Indiana Revolution, but that fans are equally thrilled about these new additions to the Clarkless squad.
I really am just excited about not only what I can bring to the table, but as a whole, our versatility of the team.
But Cunningham demolished the entire premise of the anti-Clark narrative with her single statement. I didn't come here for the spotlight. I didn't come here to have more eyes. I came here to win. This revealed that the idea that players would avoid Indiana because they didn't want to be overshadowed by Clark was a complete fabrication.
Being here, I've already been motivated. Like, I know this is a new fresh start. I'm not in the box anymore. I can finally be free and be in offense that I think that I can really drive it and be around players who our mind is strictly on basketball. So I'm just remotivated. I'm refocused. I feel like I'm back, to be honest. I got a nice tan, and that always makes me feel good too.
Instead, what Cunningham made clear is that serious players, championship caliber players, see something building in Indiana. They see a young superstar with generational talent. They see Aaliyah Boston developing into a dominant force. They see Kelsey Mitchell's scoring ability. They see Lexi Hall's hustle. And they see an opportunity to create something special. This wasn't a reluctant arrival. This wasn't someone making the best of a bad situation. This was an accomplished veteran player excited about Indiana praising her new teammate and boldly stating championship expectations in her very first interview. You couldn't script a more perfect reputation of Swoop's claims if you tried.
I am just so excited to be here. I'm from the Midwest, and so for me to kind of get back to my roots and be close to my family, I'm so excited. Like when I say that I am refreshed and I'm motivated, I just like kind of feel like my spark is back. Everyone thinks I'm feisty. You've not even seen the feisty side of me yet, so this should be really fun. But for me, I'm excited to be closer to home.
While Cunningham has found her perfect basketball home in Indiana, Caitlin Clark found something she desperately needed last season in a bodyguard. Remember all those cheap shots Clark took as a rookie with barely any response from teammates? The Chicago Sky Kennedy Carter incident was just a tip of what became open season on the league's brightest star. Cunningham doesn't sound like someone who was forced to join Indiana against her will. Instead, she sounds like someone who has found her basketball home in Indiana.
Deep dive into the community of Indiana. I've already met a lot of really cool people. I'm excited to inspire the next generation of young boys and girls around here, get to know the community more.
Her rookie campaign, Clark repeatedly picked herself up off the hardwood after hard fouls, flagrant contact, and unnecessary physicality opponents quickly realized there was no enforcer stepping in to make them pay for targeting Indiana's franchise player to fever roster packed with young talent, but lacking veteran muscle, could only watch as their superstar weathered collision after collision.
Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
I'm going to stick up for my teammate player in her first Indiana interview. I'm a fierce competitor. I want to win, and I hate to lose. That mindset transforms a fever from an exciting but pushover team into one that opponents will think twice about messing with.
I'm a little bit sassy sometimes, you know, which people don't like, but I love. My teammates always love. And to be honest, I spread the court. Like I can shoot the ball, and you have playmakers who are quick, who are great passers with Kelsey Mitchell too. It lets them do their thing. The defense draws in and you're just ready to shoot. And so, you know, I think that I'll bring a lot to this team, but at the end of the day, I want to be a good leader. I want to be a great teammate. I want to bring the culture piece and make sure our egos are put aside and that we're all in here to win. And I think that's going to be pretty easy with the group that we have.
Enter Sophie Cunningham, the WNBA's most notorious agitator. And exactly what Clark has been missing Cunningham isn't just coming to Indiana to shoot threes. She's bringing her reputation as one of the league's fiercest competitors who won't hesitate to get in someone's face. When Sophie describes herself as sassy on the court, that's putting it mildly. Opposing players know exactly what their game player thrives in: confrontation, and protects her teammates like family.
When it comes to being on the court, you know, I really am. I'm spicy. I'm fiery. I'm the ultimate competitor, and I'm really just trying to do whatever it takes for my team to win. A lot of people have a lot to say about it, but honestly, any teammate that you've asked that maybe had opinions about me before, once your teammates are like, oh, like we love you as a team. I'm like, nah, I'm not a mean person. But to be honest, I think that it could be a game changer. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna hit my threes. I'm gonna do all that. But just from a young age, my parents were like, go be the hardest worker. Don't let anyone outwork you, but also enjoy it. Like you work your tail off. So when it's time to play a game, go laugh, go smile, go yell if you want to, go be passionate.
When Clark is running a break, Cunningham will be right there beside her, not only as a shooting option, but also as a physical presence ready to challenge anyone who tries to impede the Fever's offensive engine. What makes Cunningham such a perfect Clark protector is not just her willingness to defend teammates. Rather, it is her unrelenting motor. Because of the way she outworks and literally outruns opponents on both ends of the floor, she gave herself the nickname Forrest Gump.